player that like to some people he may be worth that $100 million extension. To others, he won't be. Where do you land on the side of Colin Sexton, hoping for this $100 million extension as we wait for halftime to kind of clear and watch the rest of this game?
You said, what do I think of Colin Sexton?
Yeah. Do you think he's worth $100 million extension? Like if they gave him like the 4 year,
Yeah,
five
I
year?
think he is worth $100 million.
Yeah.
I was very bullish on him. I honestly wanted us to get him. He's a dog. He doesn't back down from anybody, and he's still young as shit. So, I mean, he's gonna get that 100 million one way or another by his play if he goes to another market. So honestly, I probably think they got him on a deal because
Yeah. So
he's really worth about 130 for about 5 years, 4 to 5 years.
yeah, I mean, if we look at
I
the
mean, he can play.
stats, my only
He
concern.
averaged like 25. I know they didn't have anybody, but he's aggressive, man. Like he can shoot the three, he can play defense. Like he's a two-way point guard, truly is. Like he's one of the only real true two-way point guards we have left, to be honest. Because I mean, what other two-way point guards we have? I mean, Chris Paul, but he's getting older.
You got Middleton or not Middleton, sorry, Holiday.
Yeah,
Um,
Holiday, but that's about it. Rondo, I guess you can say, but he's getting old, man. Like he's gonna be the point guard who everybody is gonna want. You know, that two-way point guard who has a motor, can shoot the ball, can guard anybody, who doesn't not care, and who's still young. I mean, they could have just did that deal too to lock him in, to have him as an asset to where they can trade him to where he's not too expensive for a team to take on. Because I honestly think he's worth about $125 million. They kind of got a deal on him, or
yeah.
maybe over exaggerating a little bit, at least 115 to 120.
Yeah, my only concern with him is that like I just not sure if like the 24 or like 25 points per game is really I would say realistic in a sense where like I just don't see him scoring that much. Like if he if the team is more balanced this year, especially with the way that their team is going with Evan Mobley, you got Larry Marketed now. And of course you got Jared Allen, who you signed on a big contract extension. You have Larry Nance Jr. Still, there's a lot of guys on that team.
Yeah.
Obviously bigs. So I'm just like my concern with him is that like I don't know if he's worth $100 million. I think he's worth like around 80 in my opinion. I think like he's a good player. The question is now like can he carry this Cavs team? I mean, because they were the number 3 pick. It's not like the Cavaliers were like bottom. They weren't the worst, not the worst team, but they were one of the worst teams with the
Yeah.
number 3 pick. And so to me, it's like when I look at that, I'm calls for pause on saying that like Colin Sexton will change the Cavaliers again. If he was able to change the Cavaliers, this Cavs team would be a lot more competitive. You would see this team, in contention for the playoffs. And right now, they're just not anywhere near that.
Oh yeah, of course. They're nowhere near that, but I just think personally, he's very good. He gets to the basket. He's kind of reminds me of like a Russell Westbrook mixed with a Patrick Beverly combination.
Mm-hmm.
He can, but he has a shot to where he can shoot jumpers. He can shoot the three. That's who he reminds me of. So it's like if you could combine those two with the heart and getting to the basket and the defense of just grittiness, I'll pay him $100 million if I was an owner. I mean, he's worth it, and he's still young, and he's not injury prone. He doesn't get in trouble off like he has it. Like he loves the ball, man. He's one of those guys to where he's gonna be like 35, who's just gonna still be trying to lock guys up. Who's gonna be giving giving all of his defense to that person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
I think he's worth it.
And again, guys, I just put out a poll for everybody on the chat. The question I asked was, "Is Colin Sexton worth 100 mil?" So make sure to leave a comment or whatever you think your opinion is of that in the comment section or the poll up above. So definitely leave your opinion on it and let us know. I think this is an interesting conversation to have because again, I think with Colin Sexton, he's one of those guys again, maybe like a Kevin Love, maybe like a maybe one of those guys like on a, good stats on a bad team. And I'm curious to see whether or not he will translate if they do go to a more winning style by, getting some players here and there.
I think he can play, man, because I think I look at it this way. It's not like, he's just like the only guy they had. I mean, they had what's his name?
Darius
Darius
Garland.
Garland. They had what's his name? They had some other guys there who were getting shots too. Kevin Love, even though he got hurt, he can play, man. Like if he goes to another team, let's just say like the Clippers, he's gonna average at least 18. You know, eight assists, 6 boards, and hella defense. Like
Yeah.
that's worth $100 million in today's market, to my standard at least,
Yeah.
or
We'll
to
see.
my estimate.
Yeah, we'll see in the comment section. Like again, let me know, guys, what you think, or let us know what you think, because this is going to be a very interesting.
I mean, I would rather have him than Ben Simmons. I'd rather I'd rather pay
Oh
that kind of
shoot.
money to him than Ben Simmons kind of money, and take.
Okay. Okay, I see. I see you, Tyrese. See how it
Yeah.
is. But anyway, but let us know in the comment section down below. What do you guys think? This is a very interesting conversation to have. So again, let us know.